Alright lads, I just thought I may as well start this Q&A. I haven't exactly gotten too many questions yet though, but whatever. I'm just bored and may as well give you something else to look at while my current countdown's in the editing process. Now I wrote down the first two questions. Here we go. Okay. So let's start this off. Dark Phantom Clan asks, what did you get for Christmas? Well, I will say that I didn't get much because I didn't really ask for much, to be honest. Well, first thing, main things, I got Wii Points card worth 2,500 Wii Points, which I used to re-download two of the first games I ever played, Sonic the Hedgehog and Golden Axe 2 for the Sega Mega Drive, or Genesis if you're American, because I think it was around 7 or 8 years ago, for some reason we got rid of our Mega Drive. I think it's because it stopped working, or because we thought we'd never actually use it. But I also got Pokemon Black 2, which, to be brutally honest, I found to be really disappointing. I haven't beaten it yet because I'm not really too fond of it. I can't explain it. I'm gonna get back into it. Maybe it's just because I've been choosing. Maybe it's just because the others. I guess I'm more accustomed to starting with Oshawott, so restart with him. I also got Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess, because Ocarina of Time was a disappointment. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like Ocarina of Time. The review I gave it a 9.8. That was on a technical level, and I was only after beating Ganon. I'm not gonna lie, the final boss of Ocarina of Time is absolutely astounding. It made me forget all the taboos I had with the game. Replaying it, they all came back to haunt me. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna trade that in soon. I still have it. In fact, I'm using it along with a bunch of other DS games to support my webcam. Pretty much my setup. And last but not least, I got Xenoblade Chronicles. I absolutely adore this game. I can safely say it is, you know, aside from Kid Icarus Uprising, I probably have to say this is my favorite game of all time. But like I said, aside from Kid Icarus Uprising, it gets everything right. The game is pretty to look at, the gameplay is really good, the voice acting is great, the story is great, the characters are great, there are tons of plot twists, and oh my god, the music. This game has the best frickin' soundtrack I have ever heard in a video game. Hell, my new intro and outro themes have music from this game. Yeah. And I also got a new pair of slippers. Kinda pointless, I know. Oh, hold on, what the hell? I was wearing those! Alright then. Next question. Stelios, or Stelios, 78910 asks, what are your most wanted characters for Smash Bros. 4? Let me see here. Well, definitely Shulk from Xenoblade Chronicles. I mean, I would like all characters from the protagonists from Xenoblade and Smash Bros. But my main two are Shulk and Fiora. I mean, what to expect. Who else? Probably I would like Hades in Brawl. I mean, not Brawl, well, in Smash Brothers. And you're probably thinking, he'd be way too big. Scale him the feck down! It's possible. Sure, they did it with a ton of characters and even scaled them up. Just look at CJ's video of what characters he wants in Smash Bros. 4. I would say Girahim, but I haven't played Skyward Sword, so I can't really give an opinion on him, to be honest. I'm sorry. Pyron. He would be a great candidate. I mean, he's a bit of a douchebag, yeah, but still. Really, I can't think of too many other things. I haven't played too many new games, so moving on. What are your most underrated Pokemon? My most underrated Pokemon. Oh shit. I really don't know. Let me think. Manectric, like, he barely gets any attention. I mean, personally, I would use Jolteon or Raikou over him, but yeah, Manectric, he looks cool and he's got a really good move pool. Let me think. Emboar, I feckin' love Emboar. He's very useful in competitive play. I mean, like, I don't like using him too much as a starter Pokemon, but in competitive play, he's really good as a Flame Charge Sweeper or a tank. He's actually really useful. I recommend you try him out. Klinklang, I'm not gonna lie, I like Klinklang. I personally like how he looks, and he's actually very useful, especially with Shift Gear, I think it is. Yeah. It's pretty much like Dragon Dance, only double speed instead of multiplying it by 50%. You know what, pretty much any Pokemon from Gen 5 that gets a load of bashing from Gen 1ers. Okay, look, I grew up with Gen 1 Pokemon, yes. But that doesn't necessarily mean, I mean, like, okay, I will say this, like, on second thought, never mind. It's a really difficult topic that I cannot come up with them on the fly. So yeah. What are your best SpongeBob episodes? That's actually pretty easy. Help Wanted, which is the first one. I can't explain why I like it. It just has a certain something to it. Like, it just shows SpongeBob getting his job, and like, he just does it so awesomely. I mean, like, imagine in real life if somebody managed to get their job like that. Would that not be kick-ass or what? Krusty Towers, I'm not gonna lie, I like Krusty Towers. It was very well written, it was funny, it was one of the better episodes from season 4 and on. But my favorite SpongeBob episode has to be Pickles. Sorry, it's not Band Geeks. I find Band Geeks to be incredibly overrated. I like Band Geeks, but still. So yeah, pretty much, I will say that, like, it was funny when SpongeBob lost, like, pretty much didn't know how to do anything anymore, and then he pretty much managed to show Bubble Bath. Look, like, Bubble Bass or Bubble Bath? Bubble Bass. Sorry, it's just when I turn on the subtitles, it says Bubble Bass. I mean Bubble Bath. Ah! Ugh. You know what? Moving on. Thoughts on Super Metroid? I haven't played Super Metroid properly yet. I did try it out on an emulator using a PC controller, but I really don't think an emulator can do a game like that justice. It focuses mainly on atmosphere, and I will be honest, I'm not into like a game that's built around non-linearity. I mean, like Xenoblade Chronicles, that game is kind of a mix of non-linearity and linearity. You're told where to go, but you're free to explore at your own will. I like that kind of stuff. I don't like getting lost in the game, but I don't know, when I get a classic controller, I'll download the game and give it a shot. And the last question is, what are your favorite Sonic games? I've only played a few. Sonic the Hedgehog 1 is the first video game I've ever played, so that game holds a lot of nostalgic value for me. Sonic Heroes, like, I'm pretty much listing all the ones I've played. Sonic Heroes, it's a good game. Second Sonic game, I still like it. And believe it or not, I actually have the PlayStation 2 version. Yeah, I know. But it's actually not as bad as people say. At least not for me. Although to this day I haven't beaten it because the special stages are fecking awful. Sonic Generations 3DS, it was a huge disappointment. It was the first game I got with my 3DS, but it wasn't anything anything spectacular. But Sonic Advance, like that game, it's one of my favorite Game Boy games, but then again I haven't played too many of Game Boy Advance. And the big one, Sonic Colors. I absolutely love that game. It's one of my favorite Wii games. It looks great, it sounds great, it's fun to play. It's just brilliant. Get it if you have a Wii, or if you're a Sonic fan. Don't listen to the classic Sonic fantards. They're just stuck in the past. Just ignore them. Anyways, the Puck asks, if Pokemon says grass types will be gone forever, what would your reaction be? To be honest, I'm not really a huge fan of the grass type. I mean, if there were no Sceptile or Trico line, then I would flip my shit. But yeah, it's probably the weirdest question I've gotten so far, but I can't really say an opinion on that. ThePrincessAsshole asks, nice username by the way, what do you think of Metal Gear Rising's soundtrack? I haven't played Metal Gear Rising, so I can't really give an opinion. I'll look up the soundtrack whenever I can though. Any games in 2013 you're excited for? games that have come out, yeah, but most games I won't be able to get considering I don't have a Wii U, PS3, or Xbox 360 or any stuff like that, but I will definitely say games I'm excited for. Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, even though I haven't played Monster Hunter Tri. I'm personally excited for Castlevania Lord of Shadow Mirror Fate. Yes, I said it! Come at me, you Castlevania fanboys! Like, I actually had somebody tell me, if it's not classic, then it shouldn't have the Castlevania name. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm sick and tired of nostalgically blind assholes. Rayman Legends, unfortunately that got delayed, but I don't have a Wii U. Luigi's Mansion 2, which is coming out in 2 days, well 2 days from when I made this video. That's about it. Since Pokemon X and Y has full 3D graphics, what do you think if Pokemon games started to have voice acting? So long as it's none of that cheesy crap we get in the anime, I'm completely fine with that. What do you think the new Eeveelution Sylveon will have as a type? I really don't know. My best bet is normal, but who knows? Maybe it could be a completely new type that Game Freak might introduce. And weirdest dream you've ever had? If I had a weird dream, then I probably wouldn't be able to remember it. So moving on. TheHeavens Demon asks, my question for you is, what is your all-time favorite game? Like I just said, it's a tie between Kid Icarus Uprising and Xenoblade Chronicles, but I will say I haven't beaten Xenoblade yet. Let's see. Olivier Hatta asks, what high school do you go to? Well, technically we don't have a high school. We have secondary school instead, which is basically, well, I can't exactly say because I'm not giving away that kind of information. What's your favorite food? Pizza. Either pizza or spaghetti. What do you watch on TV? To be honest, I don't give a crap about TV these days. It is balls. And most music now, like, you know, I won't touch on that right now. Do you like Spongebob? Kinda. I like the old episodes, and there are a few exceptions I have for season 4 and on, but in general, he's fallen from grace. Anyways, BlazeTheMovieFan asks, what are some of your favorite movies? I'm not really too big into movies, but the ones I watched, I will say, okay, well, hands down, the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I absolutely adore Lord of the Rings. I haven't read the books, but I love the movies. The Hobbit and An Unexpected Journey was pretty flippin' good, and I can't wait for the rest of the trilogy. I'll definitely have to say for the rest, Shrek, Ice Age, well, like I said, I haven't really seen too many, watched too many movies, so I can't really give full thoughts. But yeah, Lord of the Rings, Shrek, Ice Age, The Hobbit, all that stuff. It's simply brilliant. Dunbrine47 asks, what do you think of the Mobros renouncing the rant a few weeks ago? Personally, I couldn't be any more happy for him. He's going back to doing what he wants, and he's not going to let other people stop him. It does take a lot of nerve to, go against people who think you should do something, but he knows what's better for him. He knows how to have, he knows that he should have fun with his stuff. And really, while his SpongeBob countdown was good, I will say that, I'm not really, if he wasn't having much fun with the second one, I can understand why he wouldn't want to make countdowns. Anyways, Namsu360 asks, why is your catchphrase FECK? It's not necessarily a catchphrase, a load of people in Ireland say it. You see, it's basically a less rude and more comedic way of saying, well, I can't exactly say it because, if I did, I would get in shite, so yeah. But yeah, and it's, now here's something funny to note. The Irish word to see, the Irish verb to see, feck, is spelled, is pronounced feck and is spelled F-E-I-C, so that's probably where it originated from. I don't know. Okay. The Sword is Reborn asks, who does you is? Payula78 asks, favorite show? Favorite show. Like I said, I don't really watch too much on TV. But yeah. Anyways, back to your question, Alex. Who does who is? Here's my answer.